Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 22nd, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Well, Annapolis Subaru is a sponsor, and I actually had the opportunity to go car shopping this past weekend, and I tell you, I have to say they are miles ahead of the competition in town as far as the experience goes. It was downright pleasant. Anyhow, we do have a lot of news, so let's get into it, shall we? Rebecca Ritzel at the Capitol has an interesting story about a new small development. As most developments in the city are bogged down by lawsuits changing laws and permitting, one seemed to sail through the process. This is the now vacant lot next to Lemongrass, owned by the mayor and his business partners. They are going to construct a new building with 6 apartments, and they did get an exemption for providing parking. The head of the planning and zoning, who was appointed by Buckley, says that the project checks all the boxes and praised the development of Metropolitan, Lemongrass, and Hudson and Fouquet. All the buildings, 2 of the businesses, are owned by the mayor and his partners. Give it a read. It's a good piece, and it makes you go, Hey kids, if you're headed to college next year, after you're done checking out MHEC for money, check out the Annapolis Rotary. They have $10,000 they're looking to give away in the form of scholarships to graduating seniors that live in the 21401, 21403, 21409, and 21144 zip codes. The apps are due April 1st, and you can get the info and the applications at annapolisrotary.org/scholarships. Let's talk chicken, specifically chicken wings. The 9th Annual Maryland Chicken Wing Festival is back on April 1st. No fooling there. And they get better each year. You know the drill. $15 gets you in the door, gets you a day full of music, fun and games. The wings and beverages are on your own. Music this year is going to be provided by Weird Science, Loose Ties, Pretty Big Deal, and about 3 others. But new this year, Anchor Bar, which is the OG for wings. Yep, that bar in Buffalo. They're going to be there. There's a sampler platter with the winners of the Peak Social Chicken Wing Madness contest, and if you're feeling bold, a pepper eating contest. If you're feeling creative, there's a sauce competition, and much more. It's always a fun time. All this is to say that they are once again limiting tickets, so you want to get them in advance. They're $15 now, but they will be $17 at the gate if they are available. You want to go to abceventsinc.com, and that will get you set up. And that's abceventsinc.com. inc.com. And my guest last week was off by a few days, but Leo Annapolis, a new restaurant on West Street, is having their soft opening tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. No reservations just yet, so it is walk-in only, and they can only handle parties of 6 or less as they get used to it all. They say this is a locally sourced place, and it's owned by a couple of restaurateurs from the district. And from what I see, this is more of a bistro in terms of size, not really a huge place. 212 West Street is the address, and this is where the now defunct Dangerously Delicious Pies was, across the side street from the Lighthouse Bistro. Park in the Knighton Garage behind Lemongrass, and it's only a block away. To check out their menu, leoannapolis.com. Leo like the lion. And welcome to Annapolis. All right, that's a wrap on the news. Up this Saturday on the Local Business Spotlight, we'll be speaking with Natural Benefits, a cool little place in West Annapolis. Next week, we're going to be talking to the Annapolis Dragon Boat Club. And other pod news. I am finally done with all of the film festival podcasts, and I can't wait to start seeing them instead of talking about them. Tickets and passes are available at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org, but we did release 6 bonus pods with the directors of 6 films that are on my must-see list. Waves Apart, a short in the Jewish experience. Out in the Ring, about the LGBTQ community in professional wrestling. Melgus, the Wizard of Zenda, a story of an amazing sailor to be shown in the Sailing Showcase. Las Abogadas, it's the story of 4 attorneys that go to the Mexican border to represent some of the immigrants coming across. And this was done by Riva resident Vicky Bruce. Some of you may know her. Susie Searches, a feature film about a podcaster, I like it already, that's trying to solve a true crime missing person case on her college campus. And The Grotto, which I learned was not about Hugh Hefner's pool, but it's about a nightclub a middle-aged woman is thrown into co-owning. And this is directed and produced by Joanna Gleason, who you may know from her Tony Award. Do give them a listen, and then do get your tickets and passes. I'm sure I will see you at the movies. All right, let's put this puppy to bed with a quick thank you to you and also to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief. Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, the Hospice of the Chesapeake, and the Maryland Higher Education Commission. So now you need to hang tight because George Young from DCMDVA Weather is standing by with the only locally forecast weather report you will find. And we do have Bridget here as well, also known as BeeprBuzz, the grande dame of the Annapolis music scene, with your music news in Annapolis After Dark. And I'll tell you, if you want the accurate scoop, she's the one that has it. All that in just a bit, so hang tight.
Did you get close to completing your college degree but dropped out during the COVID pandemic? Well, as a near completer, you may be eligible to receive money from the Maryland Higher Education Commission to finish your degree. Again, if you started your degree but for whatever reason never finished it, the Maryland Higher Education Commission has money to help you return to college and finish what you started. Go to mhec.maryland.gov and click on the Near Completer grant to learn more.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, March 22nd. Yesterday was very nice across the Annapolis region with warmer high temps, and conditions will remain above average through the weekend, though we'll have to get through a little bit of rain along the way. Look for breezy highs today, near 60 degrees with mostly cloudy skies, ahead of temps in the 70s tomorrow with a chance for some rain showers with rain then likely much of Friday, and it looks like Saturday now too, with highs in the lower 60s each day with skies clearing for Sunday as high temps remain in the low to mid 60s across the region. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. Don't forget, follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis. BeeprBuzz here with your Annapolis After Dark weekend music highlights for Wednesday, March 22nd through Sunday, March 26th. Go to the socials for Annapolis Streaming and BeeprBuzz, and also both websites for the full schedule. We update the event and all websites with changes and cancellations, so you know before you go. AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com. Live music for today, Wednesday. DTC, known as Driven to Clarity, will be at Tuscan Prime for their Wednesday night music. Chris Button will be at Stan & Joe's tonight. Loose Change will be at Pirates Cove down in Galesville. The Joeys, which is Joey Harcum and Joey Mitchell, will be at the EDC in the MRE. You must be a member of the Eastport Democratic Club or a friend of a member to attend. Thursday, Get to the Point for Brian Ewald. If you missed the Joeys tonight, you have another chance to catch them at Twain's Tavern on Thursday up in Severna Park, which is, of course, Joey Harcum and Joey Mitchell. In Annapolis, Uncle Baltimore will be at 49 West. Ryan Cozell will be at Annapolis Market House. Over on the shore, you will find Michael K. of Pretty Big Deal at the Jetty. Weekend music, Friday music. Start with Happy Hour at Malloy's in Crofton with James Von Lentz. It's party time once again up at Whitey's Liquors in Lithicum. Friday is going to be a cool one. Charm City Mead Works just released a new mead. It's called Mead is Murder. My friend Rob up there loves puns and 80s music, and so does musician George Evans. So they teamed up for Friday evening, and George Evans is going to play some Smiths tunes. This is going to be one fun tasting. Kevin Pollack, the man of many instruments, will be at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. Meg Murray and Angie Miller will be at Brian Baru in Severna Park. Del Fox Company will be at Vibe in Annapolis, which used to be Union Jacks. Up in the Dena, Friday Nights Live returns to the Speakeasy at Second Alarm Brewhouse. You must be a member or a guest of a member to attend, but here's the cool thing. You can join for a week for $5. It's like a cover fee that helps them keep musicians playing there. They are a nonprofit dedicated to the awareness and recruitment of the volunteer fire service, so this is a really cool deal. This Friday night, Christian Pruitt of Severn River Band will be playing acoustic and singing instead of playing drums. Saturday, Music in Market Space this Saturday will be Hurricane Kevin. Over at Reclaimed of Annapolis, Jack Schenk will start off the day, and then Anna Burgess returns there Saturday evening. DJ FO4 returns to the Graduate Annapolis Hotel in the Trophy Room. Down at Stan & Joe's Riverside, you will find All You Need Band with Nate Finn. Rickshaw Lizard will be at Ramshead Roadhouse. Ben Heemstraw and Dan Sadler of the band Ben will be up at Rumor Reel in Pasadena. Jennifer Schimpf will be at Blackwall Barn and Lodge in Gambrels. Moran Tripp Band will be at Firm Brewing in Crofton. Highland Brothers will be at River Bay Roadhouse in the Cape. At Middleton Tavern, 2 floors of free music with Donald Wolcott upstairs in the piano bar and the National Bohemians downstairs. And just next door, Moondog and the Broken Glasses will be at Annapolis Market House. Sunday Fun Day. Start with Bluegrass Brunch at Sullivan's Cove. Their guest this week will be Justin Trowick. Carly Winter returns to Annapolis Market House. Wendell Live will be singing the tribute to Sinatra up at Carpaccio's in downtown Annapolis. Scribe will be at Dark Horse. PJ and Neil will be at Anthony's in Pasadena. And Sean Musselman returns to Mother's in Arnold. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of Annapolis and the surrounding areas on the Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Add the websites to the homepage of your cell phone and they become an app. Then it's just 2 clicks to the music anytime, which is current and always updated. I'll see you out there.
Coping with advanced illness can be overwhelming, and determining the best options for a loved one isn't always so easy. But here at Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, we want you to know you do have a choice. You can choose exactly who provides the care and the type of care you receive, and it's your decision when and where your loved one receives that care. We have served our community, family, and friends for over 40 years. We are there when you need us. Learn how we can help at hospicechesapeake.org.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.